Hi students, I'm a geography teacher. So today we are going to start a new chapter. That chapter name is Rocks and Rock Cycle. Basically in this chapter we are going to discuss a lot of things regarding the rocks because these are the main things which are composed our earth surface. So before starting this chapter, we actually have to know the definition of the rocks, or you can say the difference of the rocks. So that start from, perhaps you can see the rocks is a consolidated mixture of one or more minerals. Example, granite and the basalts. So these are the mixture of one and more minerals. In some cases, perhaps you can see over here that the minerals may be also be classified as a rock. But in the case of the minerals, a mineral must be satisfied that some condition occur in the natures, means occurrence in the nature, inorganic, solid it would be, and minerals composition, definite chemical composition must be there, and definite molecular structure must be there. So always we have to understand that the all rocks that cannot be called as the minerals, but all minerals can call the rocks, because it is the composition. Rocks is always the composition of the more or less two or more than minerals. So that's why it is we can say all minerals can be called as the rocks, and but all rocks cannot be called minerals. So minerals has some inorganic, solid, and you can see the definite chemical composition by which we can identify. Okay, so if you take up the molecules of the, you can say the minerals, so they are structured, each and every part of this molecule or the minerals will be the same chemical composition. But in the case of the rocks, that cannot be happen. So that's why it is called that thing. Okay, all minerals are rocks, but all rocks are not minerals. Okay, so this you can see the difference. If you go through this difference on the basis of their or you can say the definition. A mineral is a natural occurring or inorganic crystalline solid with a specific chemical composition and characteristic internal regular geometric arrangement of atoms. So, and sometimes expressed as a natural crystal. So that time it is called the minerals. A rock is a what? Rock is, you can see, the aggregate, one of the more, you can see, the more and such of the granite minerals, and more mixture of the one or more than rocks. Okay, here I have given some difference, basic difference. Rock are solid substances which may be combination of the one or more minerals. These are the inorganic. So minerals always would be the inorganic substances that occur naturally. So naturally that can be occurred. Then come to rocks do not have the definite chemical composition throughout the, because it is the composition of the one or two more than minerals. So that's why. But the mineral has one character, that is the definite chemical composition. So this we have to understand a lot. Okay, rocks are mainly classified as a igneous rock, sedimentary rock, and the metamorphic rock. But minerals are mainly classified into four types: silicates, carbonates, sulfates, and metallic and non-metallic minerals. Okay, marble, slate, limestone are the example of the rocks. Okay, so rocks can be divided: sedimentary rock, metamorphic rock, and in the igneous rock. Somehow you know the igneous rock is known as the primary rock. Later part we will discuss this. And another thing, the iron, aluminium, calcium, then are called these are called the minerals, example of the minerals. Okay, so here we have seen by this diagram, I wanted to show you that there are types of the rocks. Okay, so types of the rock, perhaps you can see that is divide mainly division of the rocks started from the three, that is the igneous rock, second is the sedimentary rock, okay, third is the metamorphic rock. So in this video or the further video whatever I will publish, so there we will discuss the all these things in details. Okay, so let's start. Here you can say, so first rock we have already you can start from the igneous rock. Okay, so igneous rock is also considered as the primary rock, because when the earth was originated from the magma which are coming lava, which are you can see the name, another name of the magma, which are coming to the magma chamber and come to the earth surface or interior part of the earth, that can cools down and solidified. So that's why it is called the primary rocks. Okay, so solidification of the magma from the first rock on the earth. So that's why it is called the primary rock. Rocks are you can see the form out of the solidification of the magma, and you can see the molten rock below the surface of the earth, where you can see the perhaps you know that is the one thing that is in the astrosphere or the upper mantle. Okay, and are also known as the igneous and the primary rock, having their origin under conditions of high temperature of the igneous rock, are you can see the unfossiliferous, means any kind of fossil you cannot find because of the high temperature. Then another thing, the granite, gabbro, basalt, okay, there are the some example of the igneous rock. And there are three types of the igneous rock on the basis of their, somehow you can know the molten matter, then you can see the plutonic, okay, then volcanic rocks and intermediate rocks. There are two types of rocks based on their presence of acid, okay, then forming, okay, and radical, silicon, acidic. So one by one, or the basic rock. So one by one we will discuss in detail. Somehow you in this diagram you can see some of the rocks, that is the, you can see the andesite, then basalt, then the granite, okay, pumica, okay, then tuff, gabbro, okay, peridolite. So these are the types of the different type of the igneous rock. Later we want to discuss the types of the rocks, you can say the on the basis of their silica present. So on the basis of their silica present, we can divide these rocks into two types. First one is the acidic rock, and second type is the, perhaps you can see, that is the basic igneous rock. So acidic igneous rock and basic or you can say the basic igneous rock. So what is acidic or the acidic igneous rock? Acidic rocks are characterized by the high content of the silica, more than quartzites, and the feldspar more than 80%. The rest of dividing among the alumina, alkalis, then manganese, magnesium, iron oxide, and lime, etc. Okay, these rocks have a lesser content of heavier minerals like iron and the magnesium. Hence, they are the less dense and are lighter in color than the basic rocks. These rocks, you can see the constituting the shale portion. So we already discussed about the crust of a two portions, shale and shima. Okay, shale means the silica aluminum, shima means the silica and magnesium. Due to the excess silicon, acidic magma cools fast and it is not flow the spread far away. So in the certain time, whenever it is evaporated from the earth surface or from the interior part of the earth, it deposit over there. Okay, high mountain are formed on this type of rock, and add rocks of the hard, compact, the massive and resistant to weather, and granite and quartzite and the feldspar are typical examples. Okay, then come to another, that is the basic. Okay, that is the basic, perhaps you know, basic rocks. What is basic rock? These rocks are poor in silica, means less than, you consider more or less 50%, 40%. Magnesia content is up to the 40%, and the remaining is spread the iron oxide, lime, alumina, alkalis, and the potassium. Due to the low silica content, the parent material such as the cool slowly and thus flows a large area. So that's why it is you have to know. Presence of the heavy elements imparts to those rocks in the dark are not nothing. You can say that not being too very very hard, and the rocks are very very weathered relatively easily, because they are the very soft rock as compared to the previous one, or as compared to the acidic rock. Basalt, gabbro, then dolerite, okay, are the typical example of the basic rock. Okay, so on the basis of silica presence, we can divide our rocks, acidic rock and the basic rock. So this we have to understand. Next, with the next slide, perhaps you can see, we can divide our, you can say, the igneous rock on the basis of their occurrence. Occurrence means where it get deposited and where it become cools down. Okay, so first thing, the intrusive igneous rock, that is also known as the plutonic, okay, plutonic rock. If magma cools slowly at great depth, so that time what happened? From this type of rock, that is the intrusive igneous rock, inside of the earth, when there is a deposition or the magma cools down and become a large rocks, so that time intrusive igneous rock it is. Such rocks are called the intrusive rocks or the plutonic rock. That's the example, perhaps you know, that is the granite is the example. Okay, granite. Explosive igneous rock or the lava volcanic, when suddenly cools magma just below the earth's surface and lava, so that time what happened, that comes out, you can see the result, and smooth grain can be found over there. Rapid cooling fall this, and the crystallization also can be seen there, and their grain are very fine. Okay, so such are called the extrusive igneous or the volcanic rock, that is the basalt. So example of the intrusive igneous rock is the granite. Example of the extrusive igneous rock, that is called the basalt. Okay, so this thing we have to understand a lot. Next thing, perhaps you can see over here, that the Deccan Trap of Indian Peninsula, perhaps you know, that is the basaltic or the basalt already formed during during the geological past and spread all over the southern India, and due to the exogenic forces like wind, water, sunlight, so this continuously work over there, and that become as a very good soil or the cotton soil. Basic soil content is you can say, perhaps you can say, greater proportion of the basic oxide, iron, aluminium, or the magnesium, or those are the denser. So this you have to understand. Okay. Another type of, you can say, the hypabasal. Okay, hypabasal or the dike rocks or the intermediate rock. These rocks are occupied an intermediate position, that perhaps you can see that is known as the between the deep-seated plutonic rock, and perhaps you can see that is the bodies and the surface of the lava. And dike one of the example of the semi-crystalline. Okay, so here we have to describe, already described some of the features or on the basis of the occurrence that can be divided into the intrusive and the extrusive and the hypabasal rocks. Okay, on the basis of the intrusive rock, that also divide into different parts. Somehow you can see that when these rock are this is one type of intrusive rocks that deposit in the interior part of that. When it deposit, you can say on the parallel to the earth surface, that time it is called the sill. Okay, when it is deposit on the vertical on the earth surface, that time it is called the dike. Perhaps in my background you can see, when it is deposit at a dome shape, okay, dome shape in that time it is called the what? That time it is called the laccolith. Okay, and sometime it is considered dome shape is a large area, numbers of kilometers, so that time it is called the batholith. Okay, so this thing we have to understand a lot. So far we discuss in your book also, it is given that the batholith is a large area igneous rock, more or less that is the 10 kilometer, 100 square kilometer. What happened? Due to the magma chamber, sometimes that become cools down and become the batholith. Laccolith is a dome shape in the igneous rock and assess the overlying sediment. Sill, the horizontal rock surface, horizontal you can see the deposition, horizontal you can see the cools down of the igneous rock, so that time called sill. And when it is deposit or cools down as a vertical, that time it is called the dike. Okay, so this much for here. We can also discuss the what are the significance. Okay, significance perhaps you know, so this we can also discuss the significance of this igneous rock. These are the rock are solidified on the from the molten magma. They usually do not occur in the distinct bed strata, so there you can layer, you cannot find ever or never. Then they are not so falsifiers, means fossil you cannot find. They are generally hard and water percolates in where with the great difficulty. So this thing we have to understand. Second thing, perhaps you can see there are generally weathered and the mechanical, due to the mechanical process, because this type of rock is very hard, so mechanical process is needed for that type of rocks. Okay, then the valuable minerals like the iron ore, then come to gold, silver, zinc, so aluminium, magnesium, so these are the type of the
rocks, okay, or the minerals found on the earth's surface. So this much for today. Thank you for watching this video.